In spirituality, they talk about burning up past impressions and karma, but the desire to learn and grow itself is based on past impressions. Isn't this contradictory?
Now you use two words, learning and growing. Growing is different, learning is different. You learn basically to earn, isn't it? Earn this or that. Grow is for a different reason. There's no benefit for growth, but it's everything. There's really no benefit. Now you become enlightened, nobody's going to pay you. Okay. See, more than 25 years I've worked, I still don't have $1 in my pocket. So if you become enlightened, nobody's going to pay you anything. You don't do that because it's going to get you something, because it's actually everything. There's nothing really else valuable. But we learn a few things to make our life in the world. You know, in India, tradition always took care of the spiritual aspirant. He need not bother about his food. Wherever he goes, somebody will give him food. Slowly it is going away. But otherwise, traditionally, if you just say, I'm a spiritual aspirant, I'm seeking enlightenment, your food you don't have to worry, somebody will take care of your food. Wherever you go, people will feed you. Even today it's there, but in big cities it is getting lost. So the society took care of you because you're aspiring for the highest. You don't have to worry about your food. We don't want you to spend time trying to earn a living. But such an arrangement is not there. We have to learn some tricks to earn our food also. Yes? So you learn for that, but growth is not concerned with that. Growth is an inner longing for which there is no payment, for which there is no benefit. The world is not going to reward you for that. They may persecute you. Actually, they may. Unless you know how to clothe yourself properly, they may persecute you. They may crucify you. You know, they did it, isn't it? Any number of times they've done it. So there is no reward for growth, but there is reward for learning. So those two are not the same. Emptying your consciousness is definitely not learning, isn't it? Filling it up is learning, isn't it? So it's definitely not learning. So at certain levels, I may be talking about learning because you want to live your life in a particular way. You came to yoga because they printed all those benefits at the back of the brochure, isn't it? So if you want something, you have to learn something. You don't care for any of the benefits, you don't care if you fall dead tomorrow morning, but you want to grow. Then they are different, we handle them in a different way. They don't have to learn anything. I will do different things with them. There are people who come to the ashram, the first day they come, they have no interest in taking the program, nothing. Sadhguru, I have come, that's all. Okay, come. Everybody has to do some work because, you know, if all of us have to eat, something has to happen in the ashram. And we have taken so many social projects and other things, so we put them to some work. We don't even teach them anything. Okay, you're in the ashram anyway for health and we don't want to pay medical bills for you. So we teach you asana, kriya, something, but not really any kind of learning as such. You simply hang around, that's all. Those who want to grow need not do anything, they just have to hang around. With total trust and receptivity, if they just hang around, we'll do the job for them. But those who want to have things in the society, they want to manage this, they want to manage that, they want to have benefits, then they have to learn, they have to strive to learn, there is no other way. So which one you want? Learning or growing? You don't have to decide right now. Take your time.
How does a person become more sensitive to these energies?
How does a person become more sensitive to these energies? Doing the sadhana, one thing. If you take little more drastic step like a bhava spandana, that could help. You've already been there, nothing moved. You volunteer there. See, 3 days is not a big affair. You may be thinking in your mind, oh, I went all the way to Atlanta and I did my bhava spandana and nothing moved inside me. 3 days, 1 weekend. I think I have changed the whole parameters of spiritual processes. And the expectations have become too big with people. For example, let's say Ramakrishna, or let's say Ramana, who is more close in time. You know Ramana Maharshi, you heard of him? He's right now known as one of the, greatest mystics in 20th century, well known at least. Maybe not the greatest in those terms, but more well-known ones in the world. All this, he became known, he never left his ashram, he just stayed there, he never traveled anywhere. He barely taught anything to people, he had no education, very little he could speak and all this. A wonderful human being. We're not questioning his realization, he is a fantastic human being. I'm talking about his worldly skills. All that happened was, one American man went there, Ramana looked at him into his eyes, and this man's spine shook. His spine trembled. And that man got so inspired, he wrote books and books about Ramana. Everywhere in the world, in every language, he wrote books and put it everywhere. And Ramana became worldwide known, just because this man's spine shook. I have you rolling. And expectations are becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, This used to happen in the 7 days itself. Earlier, in the initiation itself, I would have 80% of the people rolling on the floor. We stopped that because people were getting scared and running away and all those things. If you see what's happening in samyama and various other processes that we are doing, the kind of energy contact that people have is so enormous. You won't see that, as far as I know, you won't see that anywhere else. In organized groups, there are other people who will do these things, but they will never be organized large groups, they always handle small number of people who are close to them, with them alone. In large number of people, an organized group of people like this, these kind of things happening, I don't think there's any other place like this anywhere in the world, where just, people gone And because of this, expectations are growing bigger and bigger and bigger. 1 weekend you go and come, you want to reach enlightenment now. 1 weekend you spared and you expect something else to happen. You're blown over by the experience, but you're beginning to think that's not enough, something else should happen. Because people around you are talking bigger things. No, don't go this way. You don't worry about these energies, you just give yourself to the sadhana. If you went to Gautama, Buddha, today he is nice to talk about 2500 years later. If you went to him, 2 years, you just require to simply hang around, simply sit there. They won't even give you work. No initiation, no practice, no teaching, no work. Even to earn the work, you have to hang there for 2 years. Even to sweep the floor in the ashram, 2 years you must wait. You understand? Then 2 years if you wait, then you can wash the dishes. 5 years if you wash the dishes, then you will be given the sutras which you can read and recite. Another 5 years if you do this, then you will get an initiation. We should have done it that way. Now within a week you're initiated and in a weekend you're, going through ecstasies in Bhavaspandana, and it's not enough. High tech,